it is now time to
Biden it up. Oh, and
there
you have the fake
Biden it up. Yeah, we have like Biden right there, and him making a goofy sign.
Please donate to our Patreon.
Okay. so I
go to Refinery 29 and then go donate to our Patreon.
So on the Saturday show, myself, Daniel, and Paul were kind of going over the aftermath of the presidential election debates. And now on this Wednesday show, I kind of want to get your thoughts and comments on really what happened, especially on the night when good old Joe Biden entered the stage. Because one of the concerns I had about Biden was that this was going to be a night for him, or corporate media was going to make it work for him. But in this article, it's more of a back and forth between two pundits right now talking about, is Biden 2020's Jeb Bush, which in fact he is. Let's face it, Joe Biden ran 2 failed presidential elections campaigns, and now he's running another failed one. So one person went on to state, I've long worried that Joe Biden would prove to be the Jeb Bush of the 2020 election cycle. On Thursday, he seemed uncertain, unprepared, well-feebled. It undermines the core promise of his candidacy, which is that he's the guy who can beat Trump. Why would anyone think that? Another performance like this one, and I think he's done.
There's no way he can beat Trump. There's no way.
No, he can't. So I just kind of want to get your comments and thoughts, and really about Biden and his performance during the June 27th debate.
Feeble is a great word.
Well, I think
it was really poor.
Really out of touch.
It was.
Okay, so here's some of the problems with Biden is that even when Kamala Harris was attacking, and look, I got my criticism of Kamala Harris, but the very fact that this man is unapologetic for his stances and how he voted during the civil rights movement, and especially going on later on during his political career, he doesn't care. He's not going to apologize.
He's been given so many opportunities to clean it up.
Not only that, but this is the kind of guy who thinks that just because of his name recognition and because he was Obama's vice president, everything's going to be handed to him. That's the kind of mindset that destroyed another political candidate's campaign.
God.
The name is escaping.
It's just recent.
2016. Somebody with a name recognition too.
Well, yeah, I really thought she was going to win it, but then didn't.
I know. So, Kira, what else did you notice about especially with Biden and how he's basically failing?
Well, what's interesting is looking back on it. Well, first of all, full disclosure, I was in a bar when I was watching the debates.
We had a mini bar here.
Well, I saw that. Well, I was in a bar, but I had you guys on live stream in the bar. So I was talking to my friends, watching the debate, and had you guys on live stream. And I gotta say, this is probably a really bad indicator for Joe Biden, but I don't remember his performance. I don't remember him I don't remember really anything that he stood for. I don't remember him being strong at any point. Mm-hmm. I barely really remember him speaking, and definitely remember when I did see him speak, it was extremely unsure. I really like that word, feeble. I'd never put the two together. And again, like what you're pointing to and what I really noticed most was how unapologetic he was about some of the things that he has said and some of the positions he's taken. Not to mention, he's completely out of touch with what's actually going on now. Yeah. When he talks about reaching across the aisle, he's not considering that he's talking about reaching across the aisle with a party that is allowing children to die at our border in concentration camps. Yeah. This is not a party that we're going to be making good with. This is a party that we need to beat. This is a party that we need to take these ideas that they have and dismantle them, not bolster them or work with them. And that's what Joe Biden keeps pointing to. And I am afraid with Joe Biden that that's the only way he knows how to work. Not necessarily, maybe Joe Biden's a great guy. I mean, I don't whatever. Know about all I don't know him personally. His friends and family and the people he worked with seem to love him very much. What I fear is that inside of doing his job, he is living in a time that is not what's happening now.
Right, but even the very fact, because the world's going to move on. Oh, hold on, DCK Punk. But do you remember Obama?
But do I remember Obama?
Yeah, he sent us a super chat. Thank you for the super chat, DCK Punk. No, but I think that seems to be Biden's actually campaign. Is that do you remember Obama?
Oh, okay, that's what he was pointing to.
Yeah, no,
but Obama.
Yeah, but Obama. But see that's not going to work because the problem.
Oh God, it's so scary. 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 Sorry. Sometimes that just happens.
Yeah. Here's the issue. It's just that okay, Obama and Biden were working with the Republicans in the United States House and Senate during his entire 2 terms.
Which is why nothing got done.
Yeah. So when we're seeing these policies getting passed,
well, things did get done, but no progressive policies.
No progressive policies, and you thank Rahm Emanuel for kicking out the progressives. Yeah, Rahm Emanuel, who then became our mayor. Yeah, bye, loser. We're so glad we're away from you. But somebody like Biden, who grew up during a time when the civil rights movement was being combated by the U.S. government. Biden, who has actually earned support and love from known people who support segregation, and he actually wrote letters of thank you to these same people who were going to stop busing and desegregation of schools. He hasn't learned his lesson. This is a guy who thinks he did the right thing.
No, he still defends his choice on busing. He still does, just saying, well, I didn't want to federally mandate it. And that's what the federal government is there for, is to federally mandate things that are just absolutely, against civil liberties. You know?
And let's even look at even a different aspect. He was against the LGBTQ community, especially for them getting rights. He was against women's reproductive rights. So this is the guy that the neoliberal establishment thinks that, oh, well, he's going to beat Trump. This is our guy. No, he's going to fail miserably.
It's going to be awful.
If he runs against Trump, all what you're going to get is a racist that's upfront and honest with you versus a racist that's polite and kind.
Ooh, devastating.
I know, and I hope that's forever remembered if there's going to be a Trump versus Biden. The upfront racist and the polite racist.
Yeah, and it gets me to wondering which one is worse, It's like the upfront racist, okay, well now we have...
Well, at least you know where you stand with somebody like Trump.
But now we also have more, hate crimes going on. Yeah. We have more hate speech. It's totally acceptable to go around assaulting black people versus, back when it was a bad thing to do, people weren't doing it so much. I don't know. It's really frightening because, and also remembering, because I am an eternal optimist, we're not, it's a ways away. We have some time.
I think after his horrible debate on June 27th, a lot of people are starting to take a step back. I think Biden will end up like Pete Buttigieg and Beto O'Rourke, and the establishment are going to shake those 3 off, because they were, before Biden entered the race, it was Buttigieg and Beto O'Rourke and Cory Booker, but those 3 are starting to fail. Kamala Harris, I'm surprised is starting to gain more attention, but if we look at
surprised by that at all.
But if you look at Kamala Harris's record itself, especially on how she ran as Secretary of State in California.
Yeah.
They call her Kamala the cop for no reason. They're not calling that for no reason at all.
Well, she's also very out of integrity around her answers with in regards to healthcare. Yeah. She keeps walking back answers around healthcare, and whether you want universal healthcare for everybody, single payer, just tell us what you want. If you're popular, you'll get the votes, and if you're consistent. If you know what's popular and you still don't do it, then you won't.
Yeah, well, you have to be consistent too, and people like the people who I view are really core establishment neoliberals are Biden, Beto O'Rourke, Buttigieg, Cory Booker, and Kamala Harris. These are the 5 that I am really concerned about getting the nomination, because the establishment is going to do everything they can to derail Sanders or any other progressive that's going to be running in this 2020 election cycle. And hopefully this is the end of Biden. I think as more people, especially, we'll see what happens during the second night of debates. We'll see what happens during that.
The other thing that I was that piqued my interest is Kirsten Gillibrand coming out the gate talking all about getting money out of politics. That was like, she really planted her flag on that entire debate.
And that's the biggest hypocrisy ever, because Kirsten Gillibrand is known for taking large PAC donations. Majority of those candidates. But I will say, I will end this note on one thing.
Didn't they sign a what is it called, a pact?
Yeah, they did.
Saying that they would not be taking that money?
I don't believe them. I don't believe them at all, because at the end of the day, what you have to remember during June 26th and June 27th, a lot of those candidates were copying and pasting Bernie Sanders' talking points and Bernie Sanders' presence as a whole, whether he was there or not, especially on June 26th and on June 27th. He won those debates because, let's face it, you want consistency. And you won't get that with someone like Biden. He'll just plagiarize your stuff. And that's the truth.
That's true.